All right.
yeah, exactly.
Welcome to Andertons TV. I'm Digital John.
I'm Dagan.
And this might be a new series called What Is It or What Is It About? Episode 1, Muse.
Yes.
I am Christopher Wolstenholme, the bassist, and you today are...
I'm Matt Bellamy today. There's not many bands in the world, I think, that have such a distinctive sound as Muse.
No.
There's only a few bands out there which, staple down with the sound back in the day and stick with it for their entirety, and anyone else who tries to copy that band just sounds like a rip-off.
That's true.
Muse is one of those bands which are so distinctive. You can know a Muse song even if you haven't heard the past 5 albums. You go, oh, that's a Muse song.
Yeah, they have a lot of very obvious DNA, both with guitar, musically, vocally. They're a great band.
Basically.
Basically, they were my childhood band. I'm a big old Muse fan. I know lots of riffs, but I've really got to attenuate my fanboyness. It was like the Avenged video. I really had to dial it back. I will try and do the same in this. You've got a lot more stuff going on than me.
I do indeed. I love Muse. I've loved Muse for years, but evidently I'm not as much of a Muse fanboy as yourself, but I've always been massively intrigued by Matt Bellamy because Gear's always been my thing, and seeing his racks and racks of stuff back in the day, and the tones he manages to create, and the riffs he manages to play while singing the way he sings is just such a level of talent. It's insane. But the gear he's used has always intrigued me, so today we're going to go in depth with the gear.
Yeah.
Why it's awesome, and basically how you can get a similar sound.
And there is a lot of lore around both of their rigs. As you said, there's been racks and racks and racks and like blurry pictures on the internet that have gone around forums of what everyone uses. This isn't going to be we're going to recreate this song in this way because this is what they use and da-da-da-da-da. We'll talk a bit about that.
Yeah.
But we're just going to ballpark it. I've actually done a video on the Muse bass thing for Neural, and I'm not going to go into too much about it now because there'll be a proper video and it'll take all day for you guys.
Really good.
Yeah, it's... Stay tuned. Anyway, today I've got Pete's QC that I've just done a quick version of this Muse patch. And really, let's start with guitar, I think, because most people are going to be here for the guitar, I think.
Yeah.
So when you think of Matt Bellamy's guitar tone, what springs to mind? For me, it's fuzz.
Fuzz is the main thing, but also the layers of the fuzz and how the fuzz changes from song to song, and the way he manipulates his guitar volume-wise, like pick attack-wise, to get different variations of fuzz.
Okay.
It's not all a big smash in the face with fuzz. And the amps he's chosen over the years, from the Diesels to the Marshalls to the Voxes to the Supros and stuff, they all react totally differently, and we'll have a massive wall of amps behind us if we try to do all that today.
Yeah.
But fuzz is the tone, and the juxtaposition between going from a clean sound in the verses to a melt-your-face, punch-in-the-jaw kind of tone is just what I think of when I think of Matt.
Yeah, he hasn't got very many subtle guitar sounds. They're very in a direction most of the time.
Very much so.
So, for the fuzz thing.
The Fuzz thing, yeah.
Fuzz Factory, Plasma.
Yes, Fuzz Factory and the Plasma. The Fuzz Factory is the age-old, it's in Matt's guitars and stuff, and it's just the plug-in baby tone. It's very loud in this room, so apologies right now. Famously, the Fuzz Factory is a pedal which will just rip your teeth out.
Yeah, it's very waspy, bit Velcro-y.
Yeah, very sticky. The gate's really intense with it. If you have the gate off, as you're all about to hear, it's very intense, and you can get that kind of crazy oscillating effect, like the starter plug-in baby with the Fuzz Factory. This is one of the fancy Vector ones, so it's actually in a regular pedal enclosure, as opposed to the old school
rectangular thing,
the landscape Fuzz Factories instead of the portrait Fuzz Factories.
I've got 2. I'm such a fanboy of that.
Have you?
Yeah,
you got one of the hand painted ones?
Yeah,
as well?
yeah,
Oh,
the
you
old
jammy
green one,
bugger. Nice, very cool. But the Fuzz Factory is a staple for any Matt fan, I think. Besides that, he's been a big Muff advocate for years, but more recently, the Plasma pedals from Game Changer Audio. He's been using these guys for a little while now. I think he started on the Will of the People tour.
Okay, yeah.
These ones and the Third Man Records Plasma coil version.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, this is just a very kind of cool fuzz, like as you heard before.
And it's the best looking pedal on the planet, this thing.
It's very Muse lore, like Muse coded.
Yeah.
I think the kids say
it has a lightning bolt going
It's
through
got a
it.
lightning bolt going through it, yeah. So if you think this is the clean sound, going into a Marshall, Plexi, same way that Matt uses. So for that sounds so good. For big chords and stuff, it's so thick and all-encompassing, whatever the word is. Encompassing. But for the single note riffs and stuff, it's just. Choky, it's fizzy, it's velcro-y. If you don't want the, again, punch in the jaw fuzz face tone, the plasma pedal is just, in my opinion, the best modern day Matt Bellamy fuzz. And
it also lends itself to certain kind of riffs. Like, you're not going to play chordal stuff with that, really, are you?
Matt probably does, though, in the studio.
Yeah.
It would not surprise me. The guy's a mad scientist.
If anyone can pull it off. Okay, so that's the kind of distortion stage. Well, what do you want to go through next? Because you've got a lot of
I've got the Dane
here
on the floor here as well, and the Dane's just here because we can't crank the balls off the Marshall. So for an overdriven kind of... I thought I'd use the wonderful Dane pedal, Thorpe, for the overdriven tones. Phase 90 has always been a staple.
Yeah.
Matt's board as well, just for the swooshy kind of goodness. What riffs would you say lend themselves best for?
It's in my head. I think of like the solos that he had something swirly on. So I mean, his live sounds are slightly different to the recorded sounds. I feel like those recorded guitar tones are almost unachievable again, even maybe for Matt Bellamy, just because of like studio setup stuff. But I don't know, something like Hysteria, the outro of Hysteria. Do you know that? That kind of thing. I swear that has a kind of. Yeah, it's just great. It adds that movement that I think, especially a three-piece, right? You want to add interest if you don't have a track guy. And now they have, I think, Dan Lancaster filling in as like the unofficial fourth member guy. But he fills out a lot of that space. But as a three-piece, you know, you need those modulations to add a bit of zest.
Of course, yeah. The zest is there with the modulations. Delay. He's been a timeline user for a little while as well, but the timeline scares me personally. So the DD range by Boss is always my go-to for digital effects and stuff. Digital delays, sorry, because it's just so easy to use and you can get any kind of delay. Do you want to play some clean what stuff?
Yeah, I could do some DD on MXR.
Yeah.
Maybe the.
I'll turn the plasma off.
On. Sorry. Yeah. How are we sounding? Yeah.
Look how happy he is.
I'm back. All right. That sort of thing for Hysteria. It's literally been 15 years since I played that in rehearsal rooms. But that sound, it's just like, hang on, let me just... None of that. And then... It's almost like tone off. You get that more like
sure.
fuzzy synthy thing. Volume up would help. I don't know, newborn. Never learned that one. But yeah. This guitar's great, actually.
That's what I was going to get at. With you being such a Muse fanboy, have you ever played a Manson before? Because the lore around Manson, especially now with Matt owning the company, is quite interesting.
So I have played Manson's only at like trade shows, or like Guitar Summit in the UK one, but never one of these courts. I mean, it's got the essence of it, hasn't it? Obviously, the like old school red glitter
the
thing.
funky offset, somewhat telly, somewhat jag.
Yeah, I don't know what pickups are in it. I mean, they feel great. Three-way, volume
interesting
tone.
neck as well. It's almost V-like.
Yeah, kind of
Ever
very
so
agreeable.
slightly. Yeah.
I want to try the kill switch. That's good fun. Sweet. How much are these? I might have to get one.
569.
569. Locking tuners.
Lock and tuners.
Love that.
Made by Korg and the Korg factory as well, so that you know from top to bottom, it's going to be a cracking guitar as well.
In collaboration with Manson Guitar Works. There we go. Yeah, I mean, Manson have got some mega guitars. I swear Chris actually uses, I mean, he uses all sorts of basses, but they also do a really cool bass, like a John Paul Jones thing. But the guitars are mega high-end, aren't they? They're like proper kind of expensive.
Very high-end, and it's the first kind of soiree, again, being a massive guitar nerd, seeing Matt's guitars from the 90s, early 2000s, with the Kaoss Pad, which we'll talk about in a second, and the expression controls on the top here, where they controlled the whammy pedal, and having the fuzz factory built in, and all the lasers with the DeLorean and the smash mirror and stuff. They're just the coolest thing in the world. For the music they played as well, everything just went together so bloody well.
As a digital advocate, you can tell why I'm a music. But yeah, they are like the computer band, or Matt Bellamy is at least, the computer guitarist. Anyway, I'll give you this back.
Cool, let's have
so we've also, for the sake of people who may have a smaller budget, got alternatives to the more expensive bits of kit on the floor. So run us through those.
Yeah, well, I have just been being daft and went through the expensive rig at the start because we're Andertons as we can. So I've been running everything into the front of the Marshall Studio Vintage into a Soldano cab because Matt loves his Soldano cab in his studio. I've also got a DSL-40 down here as well.
Old favourite.
And I haven't got any overdrives on this amp yet because the DSL-40 just sounds great in itself. And I'm led to believe, back in the day, he did use a DSL-100 for a little while.
Okay.
Do you know?
I believe that.
Just like the oracle of Muse.
No, I don't know. Enjoy the music.
So that's a cracking sounding amp for so many different genres and stuff. But back in the day, when it first came out, everyone was using the DSLs. They just sound so good.
I believe Matt Bellamy may have used something in that genre.
Yes.
Now, I'm just convinced.
Yeah.
So, right, Pitchfork.
Yeah, which is a relatively new pedal, which wouldn't have been around when the DSL first came out. But that's the, would you say, more affordable version of a Digitech whammy. And you can expression pedal in a little expression pedal on the side. So instead of just having an on-off like a Pog or something with the octaves, you can hoy this little guy in. Wait a second, speaking of octaves, you said before that you the Invincible solo. And that's one of my favourite Muse solos of the modern-ish era.
I mean, I say I'm like the biggest Muse fan in the world. That's the only thing I can think of right now that I can also play in that niche Venn diagram of whammy Muse bits. I'm just going to throw on a couple bits. What do I want? That. Can you put on the other fuzz, please?
Yes.
Yeah, that one. There we go. All the noise. Invincible-ish solo. Like that it goes on and on and on. Anyway,
tapping to an extent is the kind of rub your tummy, pat your head kind of thing. Let alone put a whammy pedal in that as well.
Yeah, I mean, hands are hard enough, let alone with feet.
Guaranteed Matt can sing over doing that as well.
Yeah,
because it's just the way he rolls.
Wild. But that does the job, you know, to the point. Pitchfork, Little Boss expression pedal.
Yeah, so that's what I popped in there. And I mean, to be fair, if you know some Muse Octave riffs that you want to bust out, like the ones you were rocking out before, how much or what flavour Octave do you want?
Let's see what everything currently sounds like.
It might be controversial, but Second Law is probably my favourite Muse album.
Yeah.
I just think it's banger after banger after banger.
It has aged very well. Loads of people didn't like it because they tried dubstep, they tried the soundtracky World War Z film.
Panic Stations, like Fame by Bowie.
Yeah.
It was
like
the bass, but it sounds so good.
Disco. It went a lot of places, that album. That was a great album. Anyway, Octave.
So yeah, sorry.
That was, no. I'm fine going on Muse tangents. Don't ever apologise.
That's all this is going to be. So the Octave, again, yeah, that's just kind of because Matt likes the whammy DT. The controls with the Boss expression pedal, hence why I use the Boss for the Pitchfork on the stage. The Octave and the Pitchfork are kind of the whammy DT in one. But again, the Fuxx Fuzz and the Matcha Cream by Tone City. Two wonderful little fuzzes. You've got the Octave, kind of glitchy. I'm just going to let you play riff away if you want.
All right,
so this is like Octave, riffy goodness.
Perfect.
I actually might turn a bit of the gain down on the amp as well, because the gain.
Small print for the real ones that know. That was a good. Yeah, sort of does that, doesn't it?
Yeah, the glitchy fuzz factory kind of modern old school Velcro fuzz.
Yeah. How much is that?
45 quid. Fuzz factories are famously quite expensive, even with, with the fancy hand-painted ones that you've so lovely got.
Yeah.
So the Matcha Cream is old school Russian Big Muff.
Okay.
I haven't got a Big Muff in the expensive pedal setup because, again, the plasma kind of takes that place.
Yeah.
But old school Muse, slightly gritty amp with a bit of Russian Big Muff on the top.
All the tone on it. There's quite like a clean signal through it. Like you can hear the notes very clearly. Do you know what I mean?
Is that what you want or not? Because I can turn the gain up on the amp if you think I'll get a bit more Musey with a bit more gain.
See what happens. Feels great.
There's no mistaking a Big Muff. That kind of all-encompassing kind of tone just kind of gets you in a nice little bear hug.
Very fluffy.
It's wonderful.
That's the genre that it was going for. Try it again.
Would you rather Muff or glitchy Velcro?
try Velcro. That's the Muff.
Muff.
Yeah, does the super massive thing.
So yeah, that was essentially my more affordable setup.
very much digital John now.
Yeah, you're all padded up. You got a little screen, touch screen, you're happy.
I'm like an iPad kid. Just give me an iPad and I'll be fine in the car.
Haven't you got an XY pad on your guitars yet?
I sleep on an XY pad.
The guys and gals that don't know, Matt has famously had an XY pad in a lot of his Mansons for many, many moons. It's the little light up little box that you'll see at the back of his guitars, and he uses that to control one of them, but a rack mount version, which is known as a Kaoss Pad by Korg. And you can do many wonderful things with a Kaoss Pad.
Okay, give whatever a bash, and I'm just going to ruin it with this.
Awesome. Well, Matt doesn't ruin it because it goes alongside his amps and stuff, of course. But for us, it's...
He can use it tastefully. I'm having my first experience with it.
It's very touch responsive. So that's the Kaoss Pad. So much fun. You can buy the little bits to put in your guitar separately and control it all via MIDI that way with a second little output.
Yeah, go and check out Manson's website for like the proper Matt Bellamy, the ones he uses live.
Spec, the Matt spec ones.
This is us approximating it with kit we could get at Andertons.co.uk that you could as well.
All linked down there.
So, I'm going to give you this back, Matthew.
Thanks. Chris, if you wouldn't mind grabbing the bass.
And now Chris. So, as I mentioned, recently I've been getting into Muse and Chris's bass tone and how he rigs it and all the different songs that are famous and tones and all the rest of it. The famous one in my head is Hysteria, because it's the bass riff that's stand out. It's got like synth in it, it's got an actual bass in it, it's a wild riff in itself. It kind of ticks all the boxes.
Yeah.
So
any kid around the world starting bass will at some point want to learn how to play this Hysteria.
It's a great riff. And basically, it's split up into a couple things. I won't go into everything on this because I'm going to make a proper video on the Neural DSP's channel. Watch that instead. But now you're here, welcome. It's basically split into three different things. You've got clean bass, very compressed, bit of clank on it, so you want all that stuff. Synth, which is like a sawtooth, like raspy thing. Almost sounds like your speakers are breaking. Sounds like this. Like that is the Muse thing. And that, you know, on Quad Cortex you can just track it. It goes with your guitar. And if you're sloppy like me, you get artifacts like that. But that is then mixed with a kind of fuzzy thing. So if I just mute, not too abrasive. You've got the kind of sharp, sizzly stuff. With this bass, this Sandberg bass, now in stock at Andertons, I've actually rolled the tone off.
Interesting.
If you bring it in, and the volume up, you get the clank, but you don't always want that, especially with Muse. It's quite warm. Like, think of something like Starlight, for instance. It's that kind of thing, like very, very round. I'm on middle pickup, volume up, that Hysteria thing then, the sound.
It's a bass that puts a smile on your face.
It's so much fun.
It really, really does.
As soon as I like dialed in a sound like that at home, I just played Muse's like Absolution early stuff just for yonks, just because it's fun to have that without a million different rack units going on.
Yeah.
It's cool you can do all this nowadays. So, other little fun things on the floor, which I've just covered up with other bits. We have this bass synth. So, now you're just hearing what's in the effects loop here. So this bass synth's kind of wacky. This is one of those pedals that I wish I'd bought and I haven't. And I think that's just a preset in there. You can change things, but that's kind of madnessy.
Yeah!
Which is cool.
That's very cool. So you can go from like Michael Jackson bass and tones to madness like that.
I'm now in preset mode, and I can hold maybe. There we go. So you can, like you say. Which is so fun to be able to have. Other sounds. I'm sure in some of Muse's new stuff, like Night Shift Superstar, there's this mad bass riff that I haven't learned yet. It's the one in E. It's gone a bit viral recently. Anyway, that's a cool pedal for that stuff.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
It's so cool, man.
So good.
Like, that sounds like a Moog. So Michael Jackson.
I can tell by the way you're playing, there's like little to no latency in that at all. It's
it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then that just goes in the effects loop. You can mix that with whatever I've just talked about in here. Bass Muff, just because it's like the bass big muff, which Chris is known to use. And at the minute, I'm distorting that. So whatever this is doing, let's just change this to maybe... something a bit wild and off-piste. Haven't really dialed those two in, but I have with this. And you can just get different combinations. You could bring in the synth maybe from QC. Maybe bring in some of the distorted fuzz stuff.
Guaranteed as well, that's how Matt, Chris, and Dom get half fair riffs, just by messing around with pedals, because you can't inherently break anything. It's just turning things up, plugging things in, messing with things, playing with some riffs, and seeing what gels.
I think that kind of patch cable mentality of synthesis is fun, and it's just, mess about like we are. As you can see, there's so many cables going on. But yeah, this has been a very relatively surface level look into Muse's tones, even though
very much so, but it's still been a long video.
Yeah, it's going to be a big old video. This. I'm sorry, Oz, Ante, whoever's editing.
Say surface level, look at the floor.
Yeah, I know. But that's how deep this iceberg could go.
Yeah, this is just a brief look at Muse's guitar tones.
Yeah, but we could probably, do a proper Matt Bellamy sounds like if we wanted to, but that would be very complicated and very difficult to do.
Of course, but again, he's digital boy now. We can hook up a couple of quad chord actions.
That's true.
We'll go from there.
If you want it, comment. Anyway,
hell yeah.
I've been John.
I've been Dagan. Thanks for watching.
See you next time.
Catch you next time.